Hi everyone, Prof. Cruz here with a full tour of the beautiful Norwegian Encore. This tour was filmed during her 2024 Alaska season. We're going to begin the tour all the way at the top of the ship and work our way down. Here we are on deck 19 aft. This is where you can observe the Encore Speedway, the largest racetrack at sea. Both kids and adults will love taking a ride around the track. The cost is currently $15 for 10 laps, but double check once on board as prices do change. Laser tag is another popular activity for both kids and teens. You'll find this on deck 18 aft. For additional exciting activities that are not weather dependent, head indoors on deck 17 aft and find the Galaxy Pavilion. Here you can participate in various virtual reality experiences or an escape room. It's lots of fun. Now we're moving on from things that are exciting and thrilling to something a little bit more refined. Let's take a look at Le Bistro, the French specialty restaurant on the Encore. If you'd like an alternative to the buffet and the main dining rooms, but don't want to pay extra, check out the American Diner outdoors on deck 17. It offers a variety of pub fare and is a really fun place to dine. Let's continue to take a stroll around the outside section of deck 17. This is where you'll find the jogging track and the water slides. You'll also find 2 hot tubs on the port side and 2 additional hot tubs on the starboard side. All of these hot tubs offer amazing views. Don't miss them. You'll also find the ping pong tables on deck 17 forward. These are easy to miss, so be sure to look for them. Before we head down to the pool deck, take a look at the beautiful view from above. Now we've made it down to deck 16. Let's start by exploring outside. This is where you'll find the 2 large main pools on the Encore, as well as the kids' aqua park and 2 bars. Many would say this is really the heart of the ship. On my sailing, pool towels were not provided in staterooms, so you'll need to pick them up at the towel exchange table. We're continuing to move in a forward direction on deck 16 and are now arriving at the Garden Cafe Buffet. This is the main buffet on the Norwegian Encore and it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's take a look around. Now that we've stuffed ourselves at the buffet, we're gonna head to 16 Aft and hit the fitness center. The fitness center was open every day from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Here was the fitness center schedule on my sailing. You'll note that some classes were offered for free and some came with an extra cost, as indicated on the schedule. If you did not come on a cruise to work out, but instead to relax, you'll definitely want to hit the spa, especially the thermal suite, located on deck 16 right across from the fitness center. Now let's head to my favorite place to relax, the observation lounge on deck 15 forward. Whether you spend your time in here reading a book, gazing out at the ocean through the beautiful floor-to-ceiling windows, grabbing a snack at breakfast or at tea time, you'll note that some of the best desserts on the ship are served here in the afternoons from 3 to 5 p.m. Or taking a 2-hour nap like I did many days. You'll love this beautiful space. Remember those desserts I mentioned? Here's a sampling. Now we're jumping down to Deck 8. We've skipped decks 9 through 14 because those decks only contain staterooms. On the starboard side of Deck 8 forward, you'll find Food Republic. This is another one of the specialty restaurants on board the Encore and serves Asian Latin fusion cuisine served tapas style, so it's easy to share. Food Republic is open for lunch only on sea days, but is open for dinner every night. Across from Food Republic on Deck 8 forward is the District Brewhouse. Beer lovers rejoice! There are 50 bottled beers available here and over 20 beers on tap. This is also a great place to come during the day when it's closed and sit and relax and look at the beautiful views out of the expansive windows. I often come down here if it's too crowded up in the observation lounge. It's a great alternative. Heading in an aft direction on Deck 8 brings us to Onda, the Italian specialty restaurant on board the Encore. Next to Onda is the Cellar's Wine Bar. You can stop in here for a glass of wine or attend one of the various wine tasting events that will take place throughout the course of your cruise. The Cavern Club is where the Beatles cover band called Beatles Invasion plays on the Encore. It's a fairly small, intimate venue, and listening to the band play in here is a fabulous experience. I highly recommend it. If you're a whiskey lover, you'll definitely want to hit Maltine's Whiskey Bar. And if you're a cigar smoker, there is a cigar lounge located in the back. Continuing to move aft, we come upon these beautiful views of the grand staircase and chandelier. And then off to our right here is my favorite bar on board, the Sugarcane Mojito Bar. If you like to shop, Deck 8 Midship is where you'll find all the duty-free shops on board. Before we see the rest of the shops, let's take a look at Ocean Blue. This is the seafood specialty restaurant on the Encore. If you're not a seafood lover, they also have several land-sourced options, and they even have a fabulous vegetarian cauliflower steak that I ordered this time. It was delicious. If you want to view and purchase any of the photographs that were taken of you by the professional photographers on board, you'll want to head to the photo gallery, where you can view them and select what you'd like to buy. All the way aft on Deck 8, you'll find the A-list bar and 2 additional specialty restaurants. Cagney's, which is the steakhouse on board the Encore, and Los Lobos, which is the Mexican specialty restaurant. Now let's head outside to one of my favorite spots on the Encore, the Waterfront. It wraps almost all the way around Deck 8 and includes comfortable, beautiful outdoor seating, outside seating at many of the specialty restaurants, several bars, and you can even come out here to get a couple scoops of gelato. Let's walk around. Now we've made our way down to Deck 7 aft, where you'll find the largest of the three main dining rooms, the Manhattan Room. The Manhattan Room only serves dinner and opens at 5 o'clock each night. You can make a reservation, and I would recommend doing so at peak times, or you can just show up. Peak times typically are from around 6 o'clock to around 7:30. Heading forward on Deck 7 takes us to the casino. This expansive casino includes a bar and a separate smoking section. Just outside of the casino is the Local, where you can dine on your favorite pub fare. And the best part, it's included in your cruise fare. You'll find the entrance to the main theater on Deck 7 forward. This is where you'll come to see my favorite show on the Encore and one of my favorite shows at sea, The Choir of Man. Don't miss it. Now we're making our way down to Deck 6, where you'll find the Q Texas Smokehouse. This is the barbecue specialty restaurant on board, and also where you can come to hear some fabulous country music. The Atrium, located on deck 6 midship, is where you'll find the shore excursions desk, the guest services desk, the crew's next desk, Starbucks for your morning coffee, the Atrium bar, the internet cafe, and also if you peek around the corner, which I'll show you in a minute, you'll find sort of a hidden library and card room. Let's take a look around. You can check out library books from here during the posted times, or just come in to play a game of cards or a board game. Heading in an aft direction on deck 6, you'll find the Social Comedy Club, where you can come and hear fabulous comedians every night. Across from the Social is one of my favorite places to come and spend my onboard credit, Coco's. They serve giant ice cream sundaes and other sweet treats. You'll also find teppanyaki in this area. This is the Japanese hibachi restaurant, and unfortunately, it was locked every time I came by to take a tour. Passing through the art gallery, we're going to end up at Mix, one of the bars on board, and Taste and Savor. These are the other two main dining rooms. And while they're nearly identical in terms of the space and in terms of what they serve on the menus, they do sometimes have slightly different opening hours. So make sure to look at your Freestyle Daily to see when each of them open. They are both open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner each day. Now we've reached our final destination, Deck 5. This is pretty much as far down as you can go as a passenger, unless you're heading down to Deck 4 to get off at port. Deck 5 is where you'll find the majority of teen and youth programming. The Entourage is a hangout spot for teens. And then if you continue down this hall, you'll reach Splash Academy, which is the supervised, organized children's program. It's fabulous. Your kids will love it. But the thing they'll love even more is the video arcade. We always purchase an arcade pass for our son, which gives you unlimited use of games that do not produce tickets. If you have toddlers or babies with you who are too young for Splash Academy, there's also a space called the Guppies Room, where you can come and play with them. There will be various toys and activities for them to do there, but you are required to stay with them at all times. Let's continue to look around Deck 5. I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I hope you have a fabulous cruise on board the Encore.